just gonna say. No, well, it's just funny because I'll tell a story that I know Josh has heard, and he'll react like, whoa. And then, like, sometimes, like, Jeff, our third guy, I'll tell him, like, it'll be, like, an objectively insane story, and he just, like, won't react to it, that he hasn't heard, and he just won't react to it at all.
So like,
then
do it
I'm
for the
watching
clip.
Josh fake react. I'm watching Jeff not react at all, and now I'm furious, and then the rest of the podcast goes.
I feel like Jeff is going to move.
Wait,
here,
that was
we're
your
all gonna be
big
like, Jeff's
fucking
the best.
secret?
Yeah, he will. You will. He's great. He's
Well,
great.
I just didn't want it to be a thing where we forget. Now we got to remember, cut that out of the beginning.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Or we can't
We'll
be talking.
we need to
We
do
can't
an
be
intro.
talking shit about our third member at the beginning of our podcast.
We're not talking shit. We're just saying he doesn't react
Yeah.
sometimes.
Constructive criticism.
It is good. I mean, I've
Yeah.
said shit to
Hey
him
Jeff,
like that
laugh for
before.
the fucking clip once in a while.
By the way,
What
he's
camera?
not watching.
You said what?
He
He's
says
not
he
watching.
told us that he watches sometimes when we have guests.
Yeah, because we've said some
Oh, that's-
stuff,
oh,
and
okay.
then he's
He'll
been
be
like, really?
That's funny. Yeah.
Really? I don't react. Well, I guess I'll continue to not react. He's not going to get mad. He doesn't react.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You guys
true.
you're gonna like Jeff.
Welcome back to the Triple F podcast. This is
Jeff
episode number 100, I think. Whoa,
No
you guys are a special
way.
guest
Is it?
for 100.
I
Yeah,
thought Cam
because
was
Cam
100.
Cam was 99, and these guys would be
We
100.
could have Cam be 100.
Yeah, which one?
So
yeah, do you guys
better,
want to get 99?
Better make it a good fucking episode.
Yeah, do you guys want to
If
get
you wanna-
99?
If you want to be 100, which is also how many people are gonna watch this,
Yeah.
you
I'll say
better.
though, like,
Yeah, I want to keep it 100.
I would like
Yeah.
to keep 100, but also at the same time, it's like y'all would be stupid to not make Cam 100. He's famous.
Yeah, he is
That's true.
famous.
He's like really famous.
You guys are famous. I got a $4 discount at Not a Damn Chance Burger the
We
other
get
day because
pussy
of
from
you.
Our podcast.
It's possible. Some of this is bad. Is
some
done
pussy,
a lot.
some pussy.
Yeah.
A little bit
Some
of
of
both.
some of this is
I
bad.
think it's, you know.
My features on you guys' podcast has changed the environment of my DMs for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody commented on my video the other day and said Matt Ross is so breedable. It's the first time I've ever been described.
I don't feel that way about you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't feel that way.
I
about you.
hate that actually. Matt Ross is not breedable to me.
you know what's funny is people will
Josh is, though.
people are in my DMs and I don't.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Yay!
Do you know what that means?
No.
Well, think about.
I got
how,
birthing hips.
No, I don't know. If
I got
that has
I got a
anything to do
fat
with
ass
that.
though,
Yeah,
but
that-
that's kind of what
Yeah.
I was thought
You
that
haven't
meant.
you haven't asked that people want to come inside. Of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
just-
I think that's a compliment. I don't know.
it means no
Well,
condom.
oh.
Well, here's
it's
the
a
thing. You know what's
It's a
crazy?
compliment.
He was like, man, he was like when you went on your podcast, you got like 100, 200 gay, like 2 of your 100 of your gay followers, and then I got like 4. I was like, that's an ego check.
Yeah.
People were pretty fucking. I'm still getting comments on that fucking one video about your master race plan.
Yeah, that dude, that's funny. The
That was
gist
hilarious.
of well,
That was a
okay,
hilarious
no, I'd
clip
like
for the
we should
record.
just talk about it again and then clip it out again, and then collab
Yeah.
with you about
clip
how
within a clip within a clip.
Asian people transition to women better than white people do.
Yeah,
They were-
Dylan, what was your take on it?
Specifically
Look at the camera. Where's the
Germans.
camera?
God forbid you have a thought for a moment. And people run it through the press. Okay. I posted it on my own page. I'm like, wow, these people are really mad.
Yeah. It's not even on the podcast page. You personally were like, "This is a good one. I want this on my page." And you're like, "I cannot believe people are being mean to me." right
We
now."
had a conversation like, should we not post
it
this?
was
But
the last
I
thing we
kept
could.
on laughing out loud at the
It's
clip.
a funny clip.
that I was like, it has to go up.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're also posting it to like the wolf's den with your demographic, because some people can take it really. I mean, if anybody was gonna get offended, it would probably be that
Gay people.
Gay people.
But
Yeah.
But there's different kinds.
But
of
there's
gay
different
people.
kinds of gay people.
We like to. Thanks for letting us know, guys.
Welcome back to the Triple F podcast.
We brought you here to teach you about the different gay people.
And they're not all the same. Heard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gay people.
Yeah.
Some of them are different.
Some of them are different. I hear different letters
So why do you
sometimes.
choose to?
Because it feels good up there. We post stuff that we know is gonna piss some people. We kind of like cull our audience once in a while, just to make sure we don't get any too.
You have to cultivate. You
It's
know
just
what I
like
mean?
sifting through a filter. It's like, how many people are following you guys just because you guys are gay and
And
haven't
Chris
actually
Wilson's hot.
listened to like a full episode, and then you clip out a part that is pretty indicative of your sense of humor, which is like, hey, Asian people transition better.
Yeah.
And
Also-
then people are like, that's racist.
Also, when you said who votes the right way,
Yeah.
Yeah,
people are like,
really didn't
how does
like
he
that.
vote? How does he vote?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Dylan
The-
doesn't vote. Shut shut up.
Yeah,
You know,
hilarious.
also, I just don't. I personally am like, I think our jobs as comedians, my own thing, is like, you don't have to have your true feelings about things out there, or your political opinions. It's like we're all just there to have fun, and also I don't believe that there are like dangerous conversations. So it's like, well, this is it.
Yeah, I think in the sphere of a comedy podcast, there's not a dangerous conversation.
Yeah, if you're listening to a comedy podcast for takes on like how you're gonna be like political ideology, you're an idiot. That's just the
Yeah.
reality. It's like, dude, fucking who cares? Let's talk about farts and cum.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like, I hate farts. But
Speaking of
Trump
I-
2024.
You know what?
like
I
that humor.
also
I don't like
so
that humor.
as a straight white guy who's a comic, it's one of my boldest takes.
Okay. Don't
I
you dare.
stop.
I'm just so
Yeah.
used to saying that. I'm just so used to
You
saying
can say
that.
cis. That
Yeah,
still
don't lie
As
in
a
counts.
front of your
cis white
friends.
guy.
Yeah, he is cis. He is cis.
One of my hottest takes. One of my hottest takes is that I don't think farts are funny.
I love it.
I don't think farts
Crazy.
are funny. They piss me off.
You
The
say-
noise is
Crazy.
goofy. There's a lot of goofy noises that don't make me want to vomit in my own mouth when
That's
I
a
smell
crazy
them.
take, dude.
His farts are so bad and they're so gross that like we've almost gotten into actual arguments over like why couldn't you have just waited until we weren't in the same room together to fart?
I'm on your side. I'm not.
I'm on
that.
his side.
I'm on your side. I don't like that.
This
Wait,
wasn't my
one second,
plan.
1 second. It's 3 versus 1. Farts aren't funny? Is that what
Farts
we're
are not
Yeah.
funny.
You guys are out of your fucking mind.
No, I
You guys are out of your mind.
Hey,
If you're
we're-
at a church and an old lady farts, that's the funniest thing.
No.
You know what's hilarious?
You're
I'm
out
with-
of your
It's
mind.
No.
hilarious if I'm with one of my female friends, but I don't like when guys do it.
yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, now I don't want to suck.
No.
Well, men are
See, because they're fermenting. There's a underlayer. There's a layer underneath.
that is
there.
funny. That is a funny reason to have.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
Can you? Can
Now
you
your
tell
balls
when
are
you're
gonna
suck-
smell.
Can you tell? Yeah. Can you tell when you're sucking a dick if somebody's been farting all day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bro, I mean, farts
My
linger,
dude,
bro.
shout out to my girl. She's in the trenches. Dude.
Yeah, seriously. Farts. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, like I've had
Farts
like
are poop.
I've had like a gassy
Farts are
night
poop.
on the way home in
Farts
my
are
car, and then the next morning gotten in my car and been like, it still smells like farts in here. So imagine that, except it's on your balls. That would suck.
Farty
Farts-
balls.
Yeah, and you said you don't trim your ass,
No.
so those are little sponges just soaking up all that
little
poop.
follicles.
And
My
you're-
follicles are fucking toxic, probably.
And then you're laughing
doing
at
squats?
sitting in your own shit.
You said what?
Are you doing squats?
Do I squat? Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'm
You're
at the
not
gym.
doing squats?
I am.
You gotta do squats.
I am newly.
I almost never do legs.
He's fucking dude.
Look
His,
at the- look
Dylan's legs are jacked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have no ass, so it's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, you
Yeah.
got to get anterior pelvic tilt
No.
like me.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
got to start developing
to
weak
get a-
hip flexors.
Oh, I already have that.
yeah,
Because I have a
He just
weak pelvic
dislocated
bone.
his hip.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it did hurt. I really embarrassed myself while running.
You dislocated your hip.
And I thought I dislocated my hip, and I went to the ER because I couldn't walk, and and my friend was like taking videos of me walking into the ER, and I was like, okay, this is like.
You
not
went to the
time.
emergency room?
No, I could not walk. By the way, before I went to the emergency room, I went and did a full gig with Tony Castillas at a millionaire's house while I did crowd work and bottom of the barrel for these rich people while I couldn't walk. And the next morning,
Wow.
yeah, and then went great money though. It was like $300.
Yeah, it's so it
I
is.
paid for the
what is-
ER.
No, but no,
What
but
is the
wait.
story? But I'm a hero a little bit. But not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
But
6'5" and have an
I will
age.
say this.
Cut that out. By
I
the
don't
way.
want to derail it too much, but performing for millionaires and then them being like, but rather than doing your act, we want you guys to draw out of a bucket is like very court jester. Like,
Oh, yeah.
how about you guys just come up with stuff on the spot for us specifically?
Wait,
Oh, and they
whose house did you perform at?
Oh,
Amelia
rich people.
Earhart?
Yeah,
Amelia Earhart?
Yes.
Yeah.
it's an Amelia Earhart.
Her
A
estate?
millionaire- Yeah, a millionaire's house.
Oh, a millionaire's
These really
house.
rich people. They're
I
like,
feel like a million's not that much these days.
no.
Well, a
They're-
millionaire could be, you could be hundreds of millions. You're still a millionaire.
I feel like you're a multi-millionaire at that moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Yeah, wait.
I feel like we're getting caught up on semantics here,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah, I went to the ER and then I was like, I dislocated my hip, and he was like, well, you're walking, so you did.
So you did.
And I was like, okay. And
Next time without the attitude, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a
I
doctor
sprained
acting
it.
like a rocket scientist. So.
Yeah.
So
Who do you think you
You
are?
sprained your hip?
yeah, sprained it.
Wow.
How?
Actually, I thought I had sprained it, but I didn't read it correctly because I'm like, just and it actually was strained. And I told everybody my hip is sprained, and it was not. It was strained.
That's
What's the
And
difference?
I couldn't
Luckily,
walk for a week. I was like in bed. It really was bad.
Damn.
I felt like this. It's like
What did you do to do it?
strange.
You were just
I
running?
was running and my foot got caught, and so I
On what?
The elevation changed in the ground, and so it like hooked my foot and ripped my foot back and my body forward. Yeah,
Ooh.
right on the
That doesn't
boardwalk.
sound
downtown.
fun.
I hurt my back one time golfing, which is the lamest way to like. I mean, like crawling on the ground. My back hurt, and then we did a gig, and I had to like sit on
I
this
remember
stool.
that.
Like fuck it. Like 'cause it's not just
He
like
was a
I just
sit-down
have to
comedian
sit.
for a
I
while.
just had to like sit, and then it was.
He started
fucking
smoking a
awful.
cigarette. He's like, let me tell you the issues.
Yeah.
He started getting
Things aren't
false-
the same as they were before.
Yeah.
What is Sutter's thing?
Things are so
Chappelle
different.
doing it. It's like the man who invented badminton was a black man, and he couldn't even play it. It's so funny. Sorry, just doing other comic spits now.
Yeah, yeah.
At least you know.
Um,
At least you
hmm?
know it. At least
Yeah.
you know it.
It's Dan Soder who's very funny,
Yes,
so
he's
we'll
funny.
give him credit for the couple hundred
Dan
people who are
hot
gonna
as
watch
shit.
this. You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
That-
interesting.
That voice, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, that's great.
Sorry I brought it up.
No. Yeah, who else do you think is fucking attractive, huh? just get jealous. Like, all right, fine. It's not all about me then. Okay.
We have energy.
How long have you guys been doing your podcast, which is called Some of This Is Bad, by the way? You guys should watch it.
Yeah, we got tattoos the first
Yeah.
episode that never released.
You got tattoos on the first
Before we
episode.
ever recorded.
Who did you guys have Joey Smith's girl do them?
No.
Because she's like a tattoo artist who tattoos comics. I was just curious. No.
Some of that's
Some of this is bad, and the guy who did it actually, the whole time he was tattooing us, was like, "All gay people have AIDS."
And he goes, that's why
he's
you,
like in a hazmat
Yeah,
suit.
yeah, I
He's
was
like, all of you
gonna
guys
say,
have
no,
AIDS.
he didn't know we were gay.
That's
And
crazy.
he just like, you got to check your needles so you don't get AIDS. and then
Everything was about AIDS.
we were like, there's PrEP. He goes, what that is? I was like,
What that is?
I'm
sorry
Oh,
it's
to
I
paint
think I
that.
know
I'm
who.
starting
I
to
think I
paint
know
that.
who did this. I think I know who did this tattoo.
Interesting. Okay.
And he was talking about AIDS with gay people. Yeah, I know who this is. Did you guys have the baby tattoo?
That is so funny. But whenever our clips do really well and it gets over to Black Instagram, that's how you know it gets viral. It's just like throw up emoji signs. It's always like
People
God,
just being like,
white
these guys
gays.
are gay.
Yeah,
yeah, and we're
Yeah.
like, we know.
Disgusting.
We
Yeah.
know.
Well, I find it interesting because gay people are they're just as a community are simultaneously the most homophobic and the gayest gay people.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny. I like the yin and yang that they have going on. I feel like he could have just
Yeah.
told you to
I
do
know
that.
that.
The
That's
passive
crazy.
aggressive energy
Also-
is out of control from
Yeah,
Jay.
tell me what's
a
going on.
little late.
Yeah.
20
Oh, let's
minutes into the
start
pod.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you guys take
What-
on any more hot takes. I just feel like
Well, I feel like the more conservative you grew up to, the more you're like running from that. Like when I first came out, I was like, I'm never fucking going back in the closet again. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna talk about blowjobs in front of my dad.
Now we're lying about being bisexual.
yeah.
So I'm doing whatever you want. I feel like the it's like Japanese culture. Like the more tightly you're bound,
God,
as soon
this
as you
again.
pop out of there, you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
Not me.
I guess that makes sense. So if you were raised in a household that was like it's okay to be whatever you want to be, you think you wouldn't maybe not have been as aggressively gay.
I think if
When you
it's like
came
I could
out.
be whatever I want to be. I'll probably choose like stability, and instead I'm just like, no one can tell me what to do.
No, Dad, I suck dicks and I love it. Like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so you were raised pretty like
My dad, it's not even like conservative or what. It's like small town antics. It's like my mom.
Yeah.
We're like driving my brother to football practice, and my mom is like, "When you marry a man or a woman, whatever. It's like who cares, you know?" and it's like we're dropping Taylor off at football practice. It's like, okay, this isn't about him.
yeah.
And then my dad was like, yeah. Even to this day, my dad's like, "How's your personal life?" It's fine, but my dad has like a gay twin brother who people used to think that he was, my uncle.
Oh, that'd be-
And then gay guys would come up and be like, "Oh, hi, Mark, how are you?" And my dad would be like, "It's Brian." So it's kind of like a lot of different energies. Me being gay really could be karma from the universe.
Yeah.
Who knows, But we love each other now, and that's all that matters.
Wait, so your uncle's gay?
Yeah, yeah. My dad's
Mm.
identical twin.
Do you have any gay members in
Scary.
your family?
A cousin.
A cousin.
And I tell my uncle he's gay, but he's not. He's just married to a really ugly woman. Which I feel like if you're a hot dude married to an ugly woman, you're gay.
That's
That's
it.
like
That,
actually
is he?
Because
is he,
I feel like you can't see what women are supposed
is
to
he a
look
hot
like.
guy? Like
Yeah, he's a hot
objectively,
guy.
is an attractive guy, and he's
And I
married
could
to
say
like
that.
Like a 1 to 10, what's his wife?
I'm saying, especially when he was younger, because he was Secret Service and he was like 6'6", fucking
Wow.
jacked.
Yeah.
And she is like Snooki,
Oh no.
but
yeah.
like from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Fucking cunt of a woman.
Yes.
Just fucking bitter and probably
Mhm.
a 2.
Ooh,
if I smelt her
no.
pussy, if anyone smelt her pussy, which he probably, my uncle probably hasn't because he doesn't eat box.
Oh.
Do you know that?
Are
to
you-
be
are
a
you
fact,
Are
or
you
you
No,
Italian?
I'm assuming because if he eats her box, he's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, you might have a pretty good argument against your or for your uncle
but-
being gay. Like, if
Yeah.
what is it? Her personality?
It's not.
We don't care about
no,
that.
it's not.
Yeah, men don't
That's the
care.
thing is we know her personality fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So
Does she
Yeah.
have money?
no.
No. Yeah,
But
he's
he
gay.
seems like he's doing fine. Yeah, your uncle's gay.
Yeah, your uncle's gay.
Thank you
Do you guys
so
like
much.
personality on women?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I never know. You know,
What do you
guys-
mean?
That actually,
you know,
yeah.
Sometimes guys are like, oh, you know, she's always talking. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe.
Yeah, but I feel that way about men sometimes too, where I go,
Yeah.
just fucking for a second, be quiet.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not that. I mean, like, yeah, you care, but like, it just
Yeah.
depends. It just depends. It just depends. Enough of this. I don't need a separate podcast going on while I'm trying to be on my podcast, okay? This isn't Some of This Is Bad. This is the Triple F podcast.
What is triple F?
Yeah, I don't know. Dude,
I'll tell you
no.
later.
We reveal for the 100th episode.
Should we?
Should we? No, dude, because everybody in fucking West
Yeah,
Palm
peop-
watches
it-
this.
People
Is
listen
it-
to this
is
and then
it
they
really?
send, yeah, we've gotten
I've-
people messaging
I've
us
had
about
more than one
stuff and-
comic be like, I know you're talking about me here. Somebody sent me
Here's
this.
the thing.
And I'm
rule
like,
about
that's so
podcasting,
crazy.
People will, if you talk about anybody, they will hear you talk about it on podcast.
It's crazy.
People are fucking
I
rats.
think my guess is it's fags fucking fighting.
No, that's actually very. That's
People
the most.
always think it's
So that's the most creative
Version of that.
version of fags being involved.
Yeah.
Oh, most people just think it's 3 of us. It's 3 fags.
Triple
Fags.
F.
FFF.
Fags,
It's not
so
that.
funny.
Fags. Yeah.
and it's like the Broadway musical.
Yeah, the off-Broadway
The
special.
off-Broadway, yeah, catch us in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, written by Trey Park and Matt Stone.
Yeah.
Fags.
Oh,
It's us.
amazing.
Yeah.
And I love
watch
that you guys are straight guys who are not afraid to say fag on the internet, and that's incredible.
We do. You know what? I've come a long way with it. I was like,
He used
I'm,
to get scared.
Yeah.
well, dude. I mean, as
They're not
time goes
listening.
on, become less and less liberal. I used to be very like, don't say that.
Yeah.
Like, you're a
But
part of the problem, stuff like that.
Same.
Really?
I lived in
But
Portland for 4 years.
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like
that's
I was.
that Portland trap.
And it made me Republican.
Yeah, well,
Exposure
not to
therapy.
get like, but it's just like when you're around people who are too far one way, you go, I want to get away from this.
I think-
and then
yeah.
more time doing comedy, you go, I want to say stuff.
I think it's more just like if you get older and you go, oh, that was virtue signaling. I wasn't actually solving any problems.
Right, exactly. Yes.
And for that reason, fags.
And for that reason, we are admitting now that Triple F stands
This
for
is the
fags,
quadruple
fags,
F. The quadruple F podcast
Yeah, this
right
is
now.
specifically the Quadruple F podcast.
Uh-huh. I had a straight man call me boy the other day, and it fucking.
Ooh.
And I've been walking up and down,
Wow.
just looking at the cops during South by, and
yeah.
it's like they cluster, and it kind of feels like high school where all the hockey team or whatever hanging out together. I was like, boys.
You know what's funny is it's just statistically speaking, one of those cops saw you and was like, oh, you know what I mean? But they will never admit it. But they were like,
1 out of
no.
4 cops is gay.
I wouldn't say 1 out of 4. It's kind of like dentist approving toothpaste.
1 out of
Colton
10.
to me is like even straight guys looking at him and down the street, and they're like, I mean, look at him. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
very much.
We're
like,
that way with right now with Jacob Elordi.
Dude, Jacob Elordi is
Yeah.
the hottest.
We're just like-
I'm not. This is.
Just objectively like such a hot guy.
I know
And
I
he's,
talked
like,
about it on your
6'5",
podcast,
yeah,
but dude,
built.
it's like people were saying Saltburn's a gay movie. It's not a gay movie. It just makes straight guys feel gay because Jacob Elordi's so hot that you're like, this movie's gay, and it's like, no, dude, Jacob Elordi's just insanely hot, and now
it's-
you're feeling something.
What it is
Yeah.
it is a little gay, but a lot of movies are a little gay. But when it's a
a
little
lot
gay,
of guys are a little gay.
Yeah, it's a spectrum.
yeah,
Dude, my dad, my dad was trying. So my dad met my cousin's son, so like my second cousin or whatever, and he was trying to describe my cousin's son as on the spectrum, but he said he's on the scale. So he told me this whole story, and I was just picturing like this fat kid.
Yeah.
The kid just liked trains, I guess. I don't know. He was just describing a kid that was autistic, but being on the scale. So the story wasn't making sense in my head. And he's like, I just don't know what's going on with this kid.
On the scale.
He's on the scale. I'm like, you're so close.
That is probably like the new word for fat. Like you're probably not going to be able to say fat.
You're going to be
too.
on the
Ooh,
scale.
yeah.
Everybody's just going to be on the scale.
Oh,
He's
on
on
the
the scale.
He's on the obesity scale. It's like the autistic spectrum, the obesity.
Yeah.
He does that a lot. He gets
It's a classic older. As white guys get older.
He used to tell me this. I used to have a bit about it, but he used to tell me like he would always say, I'm gonna live vicariously through you when I started comedy, because and so he'd always be like, I'm just watching your stuff on social media, living vicariously through you. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
He meant vicarious.
He meant vicariously, but he
Yeah.
also might have been like, take your shirt off. You know what I mean? Why don't you do what Bert Kreischer does?
Yeah.
But also, my dad used to say the same thing. It's like I'm living through. And you're like, oh, this is also so sad.
Yeah.
Whether
You
it's
love
funny
watching
or-
me
Oh,
fucking be at
no,
barbecue
it is-
places bombing.
I
kind
really
of
do
is.
believe when I think about my dad, I really believe that he would have been so much happier. He tells us all the time. He's like, I love you guys so fucking much. He's like, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have a fucking single one of you. He's like, I wouldn't
Wow.
have it at all.
How many siblings?
4. One's dead. But
Oh.
yeah, but he had 5 kids, but he's always like that. But I think my dad would have been so happy, like hanging out at the club, writing jokes, chilling, doing it that way.
My dad was a DJ in Minneapolis for like 2 years. He went to the military, then graduated, went to like recording school, like whatever the fuck they go to be a DJ. Then he did it for like 2 years and was making no money.
Wait, do you mean DJ like on the radio?
Yeah, DJ on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Not
was
not like he's
imagining-
not cutting up.
Well,
It's Mikey D.
I was imagining your father and then what music he would be DJing.
He's like remixing Johnny Cash.
Yeah. He'd be like, this is this new banger from Toby Keith.
Hey, I went to school for this.
I went to school.
Okay.
DJ, come quick.
But it does, like, my dad was like, when he played, he wanted to play, there's 2 things he wanted to do. He did for like a year play semi-professional football, and then he really wanted to join the Air Force. Like that's like his like dream, is he wanted to fly jets. But he had like my sisters really young, and then started working in the oil fields. And it does make you go like, dang. Like, I mean, I think he's got a good life now, but it's like, I don't
Who
know.
our parents could have been if they could have followed their creative pursuits.
I know, right?
Different people.
And look at us. They could be sitting in a podcast studio on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
On a
Knocked up
Monday
at
in the middle of the
22.
day.
Ba-ba-ba.
I think about getting a regular job, and it makes me like really, really sad.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude,
I'd rather be poor doing
I
this.
legitimately
Yeah.
don't think I could do it, dude. I even think about like one of my goals moving out here was like initially was like door guy at the mothership.
Yeah.
And now that I've watched that, not that it's not for some people it's really good. This is not going to turn into a Ty Rivera podcast, but like
Oh, yeah, I
for
was
some
like,
people it's
they
really
don't
good.
even like me over
Shout
there,
out by
and
the
I'm
way.
still like, ooh.
Yeah. So like for some people it's really good, and then for some people they get no work and they're taking trash out. That's just the truth, and it's like it's probably just because of how funny they are or aren't, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's like the thought of having to like them being like, you got to be here at 5. I'm like, no. That makes me feel awful. Like the thought of having to like sit and they go, okay, so like when people walk in, this is the spiel you give them, and then you got to find a seat, but like we do rows like this. It gives me fucking, and that's like probably the chillest job you could get.
Oh, well, I mean, then you just turn into me. I'm waiting tables, secretly ruining people's day. They have no idea.
What do you mean secretly ruining people's day?
Oh, all you wanted is an espresso? We're all out. I mean, like, you wanted pancakes? No, it's past 11. I'm so pissed. I still have a day job that I'm just like, I guess
Yeah.
I'll take it out on the people who come in.
You want oat milk?
Do
I'm
you-
sorry. All we have is whole milk.
Yeah.
Do you have a
Hold on.
roommate?
No,
You could get a roommate and then be a
You could
full-time
live in a
comic.
3-person house 20
Wait,
minutes
yeah.
away from downtown with
I-
4 people, and you could make it work.
And you can make it work.
Well, right now
You'll be hungry.
Hey,
I'm hungry right now.
you could be- yeah.
I'm
My
super
apartment-
hungry
You can
right
eat
now, but
peanut
you
butter
could
and
be
honey
up.
sandwiches every day.
Yeah, but my apartment is the size of this room,
Uh-huh.
and I do live alone. But I am moving in with lesbians this summer.
Are they
Ooh.
they just got married?
Do
So they are engaged, but they're my friends from Portland. I lived with them for 4 years. and they're like, we're done. We need to come to Austin.
So I've never thought about this. Do gays and lesbians typically get along?
I do.
Or is it like the fire department and the police department when they play hockey against each other?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I think it's
Softball would be more.
Softball
accurate,
would be a better
probably.
one.
I
with the
think it's
lesbians
like
and
gay to gay because I'm like I am really for a long time a girl's gay, so I didn't care what kind. I love I really hang out with the girls a lot. I'm newly in with the boys.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I'm the
I've
type
been
of gay
happier.
person to show up to a gay bar. I'm like, what the fuck are any women doing here? Like, I think it should be a men's
Really?
only establishment.
Because women do really love gay bars.
Yeah, and
I do a
think-
joke, I
I
don't-
don't care if they're lesbians. Get your own bar.
Yeah.
And you know what? They
Go
can
to the
have.
Scissor Hut or something down the
Right.
street.
Scissor Hut.
And Sister Hut, where you going tonight? Oh, you know we're going to
We're go-
SH.
We're gonna
You're gonna
we're
what?
going to the hut.
Dude,
Literally, no one else
an
scissors the
animatronic
hut.
sign of just two lesbian cowgirls, just like Scissor Hut.
Scissor Hut. Just
I
like
think
pizza
that there
Hut.
are
Deep
only
No,
dish
like-
and deep dick.
Yeah.
I think there are only like 2 or 3 lesbian bars in the entire nation. Like, they
Yeah.
don't
Really?
exist. So I understand why they would come to my place.
Mhm.
Get your own.
Well,
Yeah.
women love going. Straight women love going there.
They're the worst.
Obviously, well, they
Worst.
like. They just
Straight
like.
women
They
are the
like
worst?
feeling
Fucking
safe.
worse.
there.
I don't want
I
that.
will say straight women have really done me dirty the last couple of years. Where you're around them and you're like, oh, this is all we're bringing, huh? Personality-wise.
Yeah. Well, I
Y'all-
think.
see, the straight men are so scared to talk about women because, you know, they have so much to lose.
No, I don't. I don't care. I think
And our
women.
following is 90% men.
I have been saying on stage recently, I'll say something horrific about a woman and they'll go, what are they going to do to me? Not fuck me?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, not their only
Well-
weapon of defense.
Well, it's like you don't want to. Gay guys have this leniency that we don't. Of like, I don't want to come across as like a woman hating man, like a
Yeah.
misogynist or whatever. But gay guys can be misogynistic, and that's sick.
So my problem isn't. I feel like misogyny is like I don't want them to win. I want them to win, but over there.
Yeah. Okay.
You just don't want to see it.
I just don't want them rubbing it in my face.
Get paid the same amount out of earshot, so I don't have to fucking listen to you
Yeah,
about it.
but I also I do talk. I do communicate better with women. I am afraid of most men.
Did you guys ever
Afraid,
have
yeah.
girlfriends before you came out? on the
Many.
closet? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, have either of you fucked a woman? I'm sure you've been
He's had
asked
sex
this.
with over 50 women.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow.
You've had sex with more women than me.
Sorry.
That's funny. That's really funny.
What's you know your number?
I know it's not over 50.
Oh, okay.
I know that much.
I always think it's great because the national average is for like
6 or something
Yeah,
crazy. It's like,
that's
yeah, you're a dork.
crazy.
There's a-
if you're only getting
well,
played
there's-
6
there's
times, you're a
12
dork.
months in a year. You're not doing one a month.
But there's
That's
a lot of
crazy.
zeros. There's a lot of like, the
Incel
million views a
dudes.
month on Kill Tony. Who do you think is not get? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those guys.
A lot of ugly.
Oh, million.
lot of
A million
ugly.
views a month. That's a lot of
You're
people
going
who
for
haven't
Kill
had any
Tony on the
pussy.
podcast. Like,
Huh?
uh-oh.
Well, no, I mean, I think Kill Tony's great for the culture down here. I think it's wonderful. But I have personally met a lot of people who are like huge, like got the Kill Tony flat brim on, and it wouldn't shock me if they were like, I fucking love your stuff, dude. I've never touched a pussy. Like, you know, like
they
it
can
just,
barely fit through the doors.
yeah, yeah. It's no shot at the show itself.
Well, I
or
think
the people
that,
who
I
run
think
it.
that
Not right. Shut the fuck
Fuck,
up.
dude. Cut it out.
I don't want to be a door guy. This is an impression. I'm not saying this. I don't want to be a door guy and kill Tony.
I
guess
would-
this is a bit of a
I
time
would if I got an email from Adam Egget right now that said I want you to be a door guy, I would go in
It'd
and
be
work
crazy
tonight.
to say no.
I
It'd be
would
crazy
go
to
in
say
and
no.
work tonight. If for some reason you have to obviously you have to sign up for Kill Tony, but if for some reason they were like, we want you to do a minute on Kill Tony tonight, I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, you
I'm
kidding
just
me?
poking fun.
I signed up for. I've been signing up for Kill Tony at least like once a month.
You have?
Well, I did it once
Really?
in the last month.
Oh,
And I'll
okay.
be-
So
and
you-
And I will.
it
and I
works
will-
100% of the time. The only time I've
Yeah.
tried it.
I've never been on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
I would love to.
yeah, I think it would be
I've
fun.
done it twice,
Really?
and it is wild how the people like their fans will make clips of you, and then some of them will be like, "Oh my God, this guy needs to be a regular," and other people are like, "He should kill himself."
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Well, the Kill Tony subreddit's also crazy. But I think about that a lot because I have people, dude. There were people when I posted that I hosted Fat Man all weekend who were like, this is sick, but when are you going to do Kill Tony? And
Yeah.
and it's like, they don't understand that this is way greater of an accomplishment than doing 1 minute on Kill Tony. Because for a lot of people, the best case scenario is your minute goes well, your interview goes well, and people clip stuff out and you get some followers from it. But I mean, how many people in the history of that 10-year show have become Cam or Hans or William or David Lucas?
Yeah,
Just them.
That's just like what the normal thing is, which is like nobody really knows how comedy works unless you work in it. And so it's like everyone will constantly disappoint you with anything cool you tell them about. Like my family, it's not even worth telling them cool things anymore because they're like, that's nice. You're like, go fuck yourself.
See, my family is my family's the opposite. My family is always like, it's amazing that you're doing this, and I'm like, this is a story of me bombing at Maggie Mae's. You know what I mean? But they're like, we love you. They're just happy I'm not doing heroin anymore. Honestly,
you lowered the bar so
the
much.
bar is so low. You have no idea how good my younger brother had it. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted because he wasn't doing heroin.
Yeah.
So they were like, drink in high school, drink at our house, Uber around on our credit card, like all sorts of shit. And they were like, just don't steal from us.
I'm gonna steal our car again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I always brought it back. It's kind of technically borrowing.
What would you do with the car? Just go do heroin and come back?
Yeah.
Just go sell the catalytic converter and then
Yeah.
come back.
Sometimes
Guess
they
who-
wouldn't let me have some. Well, I have totaled many cars, so sometimes you're in between cars. Sometimes when I was younger and just getting it, like when it was just getting bad, they would like take my keys and like put them in like a safe and shit like that. But my mom still needs her keys in her purse. So then you army crawl in at night and you use you download a text-free app on the family iPad. You text your drug dealer from that. You army crawl in. You hope that there's money and keys in the purse because you've already told the guy you're on the way.
Yeah.
And then you army crawl back out. You steal the Lexus out of the it's an old Lexus, 2002. Don't look at me like that. Out of the garage, and then you hope they don't hear the garage door opening or shutting.
I love addicts.
And then you do heroin.
Yeah. I have the best night of your life.
It was great. Nothing better.
Yeah.
And then like the drug dealer let you bum a couple Newports off of him too. Ooh, yeah. It's great.
So you just turned into a jazz singer.
Ooh. Jazz singers and me do have something in common, which is a love for heroin.
Yeah. Did it change the music for you? Did you like, oh, I get it.
I understand it now.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Skip that, dee-dee. Dee-dee.
All jazz is just people nodding off while they play their instruments. If you've ever listened to like a trumpet, it's just like,
yeah, they're like, he's doing a
it's
freestyle.
somebody
It's like, no,
going-
he's forgetting.
It's somebody going, and then they
It's
start
an
falling
Oreo.
asleep, and then they go, brrr, like that's all it is. Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's pretty
The
great.
solos, yeah, because that's like a whole thing about jazz. Like it's improv. It's like no, they are just nodding out.
They're just forgetting. Yeah.
Forgetting where they are. My bar, it's funny because my bar, we were talking about your parents being proud. My parents still don't get it. Like they'll like be supportive, but they're not supportive. Like because I went military, they were stoked. Came back, went to college, they were stoked. Graduated college, got a writing job, so they were stoked. Like everything was like the best case scenario they could have wanted from like their kid from Iowa, small town Iowa. It's like he got out of here. He's
You
going
did
to
all the
big
things,
university.
yeah.
He's got a job in Hollywood. And then it's like 3 months after that, I got the gig. It went away, and then I'm back at like.
And now you're like, I live in Fort Lauderdale and I perform at barbecue.
Yeah,
places.
and they're like, "What the?" My mom's like, "You went to college though? You're in the middle." My dad doesn't get it at all. Like he gets it, but they're just like, he's like, "You got a college degree. You were in the military. Like you could go own a company if you wanted." And then it's like, "No, I want to bomb for seven
I wanna
people."
tell jokes.
Yeah, which is hard to explain.
After college, I was going to go get my MBA and do financial research in Frankfurt for the EU. And instead, I was like, I think I'm going to do cartoon college next.
Yeah.
And which doesn't exist. It was a community college where I learned how to draw cartoons.
Yeah,
It's
dude, yes.
And they were
Wow.
like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, I'm gay now. You can't tell me.
I'm gay now. I draw cartoons. Goddamn it.
That's kind of what I did. I was just like, I'm not doing heroin anymore. Let me do whatever I want. And they were like, okay, fine.
You know what's funny? When I say my parents aren't like, when I say like they're not like they both think comedy is like so fucking cool, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's great, and they also had no expectations for me whatsoever. So it was like the bar was very low as well. But what I guess I meant is like it's so annoying that like I can't like when you say to people like cool things like last night I walked by Rich Voss, and I was like, if you talk to my dad, I'm like, oh, I met Rich Voss last night. He's like, who? And you're like,
Yeah.
fuck. That's what I mean. Like you fucking suck. Because no
Yeah.
one knows anything about comedy other than other comics.
Right.
Yeah,
That's-
dude.
yeah.
That's the reality of
Because
all
no
of it.
one likes stand-up. I have a theory that everybody hates stand-up comedy except stand-up comedians and then people who think they like stand-up comedy but they don't.
Because my theory is nobody likes stand-up comedy except anybody who either does it or thinks they could do it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. The amount of times that people come up and be like, "How do you even get started?"
Oh, I've been thinking about. Like,
I've been thinking
this
about it. It's like,
thing.
don't.
I used to have a
dude, please
roommate
don't.
who would be like, "I like kind of wrote this bit," and I'd be like, "Cool, come to the mic with me tonight." And he'd be like, "Oh, I gotta like work a little bit, so I can't," and he
Yeah.
just never did it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Mhm.
but he loves it.
There's
Like,
a thing.
loves it.
If you're a gay comic, eventually somebody will be like, we'll have this show for you. It's a gay audience, so you'll be safe there. It's like, okay. And then it's a drag show, and then they stick you in the middle, and it's the worst fucking experience in the entire world. And all the gay people who are supposed to like you hate you more than anyone's ever hated you before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the diversity hire of a drag show. They shove me in the middle of it, and then I come out and I go, "Hey," and they go, "Yeah, we like this."
Yeah,
and then
of
I
course
just
they like that.
Oh
You
yeah,
did it.
yeah,
I did-
you're the in between.
I did the like 2 p.m. drag show for Rubidiculous
Yeah, love that show.
at Cap City, and it was probably one of the best sets I've had since I moved here.
So not that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
at a comedy club. This
Yeah,
is at
that's
like a gay
true.
bar where people are doing like
Oh.
ketamine.
Where like drag queens are like walking into the like just basically through a crowded bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of standing
which,
and
to
be
be
like,
fair,
what's
they
he
did it.
saying?
Yeah, and then you just have to stand up there.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I have a
yeah,
question
yeah.
because I know that there's straight drag queens, right?
I've
But like
they
I
claim
don't get
that.
that.
It's a new thing.
I like don't get that
Yeah, those people are gay.
You know what though?
because they're gay, right? They're either gay or they're like gonna be like, and which then is if you're trans, that falls in the
Category of gay.
LGBTQ, baby. I'm an
But that
ally.
doesn't make
Had
it
that
gay.
plus, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that doesn't
I-
make it gay technically.
And I actually don't get that either.
I actually-
Right?
As a
It's
gay man,
w-
I'm like, if you want to do that, that's fine. But like, at a certain point, we have to be like, some things aren't normal.
Dude,
Yeah. Not everything
Well,
can be normal.
that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. I've thought this. I've tried to do it as a bit, but it's like there's like people always talk about like kink shaming and like how you shouldn't kink shame. It's like there's certain things that just need, like fisting is crazy. Like you should be made fun of if you're like, can I fucking shove my hand in your asshole?
Well, what if you're the
That's
asshole? Is
crazy.
that bad?
Yeah, that's a good question. If you're the asshole that you want, like if you want the fist in you, is that bad?
That's still crazy. That's unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
You're gonna get
See,
internal bleeding. You're
I
gonna shit
think-
right
Like,
for 4
who's the
days, dude.
time?
Yeah.
I guess this is the wrong
Yes,
demographic.
this
I'm talking to the
time.
wrong
Yeah.
demographic. I'm like,
Even a TV
fisting's
show.
crazy. You're like, I was doing that 2 hours ago.
It does because it takes like I feel like if you get to the point where you can get fisted, you had to like practice.
Yeah, well, yeah. Practicing is fun though.
I also
That's
just,
good
I
point.
also just don't think I would look cute if somebody had like their elbow up. I just don't think like I don't think like me like this like all right is it in? I would be like oh yeah I know I look good now.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't think it would
no.
be cute. I do think there are some kinks we should like people who like want to wear diapers.
Yeah, if
You should be made
if-
fun
if
of. a
I,
little
shit
it's
bit.
piss
actually
is
like
involved?
kind of a bigger thing.
Oh, it's huge.
It's kind of like becoming normalized.
I
think.
know.
And I don't know what my thing
'Cause
is.
nobody's
What are
shaming
they
these people.
doing? Are they
There guys in
shitting?
Grindr, which I'm not on right now, but people are like
Proud of you.
thank you. It's been 2 days. And-
You're going through withdrawals.
I really am trying not to use it, but they're like going there.
He
and they're-
met Shade Smith. And he's like, I don't jerk off, and Dylan's like, maybe I shouldn't.
I know, and they're like, I'm the human toilet, and you're like, oh, I really don't want. They want to eat your shit,
Yeah,
and like I'm
They
like,
want to eat your shit?
yeah, Josh.
they like.
Yeah,
they-
Josh.
Yeah,
wanna-
That's the
crazy.
scariest thing could be like a scary thought is the horniest man you've ever met is the scariest thing that could happen.
And they've been to my apartment.
Because dudes, like, when you get horny brain, it's like, there's things that I've done, decisions that you make when you're like, I have to, like, I've jacked off at, like, I've jacked off, like, 4 times in a row before, and it's like, that's crazy. That's a level of horny that's crazy. I've never been horny enough where I'm like, I'm going to eat human shit.
Hey, look, same.
Hate to break it to you.
You're not special just because you're not that horny.
We look over, Matt Ross is like eating.
Yeah,
maybe it doesn't start eating shit.
Well,
maybe
that's-
they're just like near your hole.
well, that's the thing. Is it's all a progression of like it's scary of like it's like you get lucky. Well, you get lucky where your stuff stops. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because like I didn't always know that I like to have a toe in my mouth. I never would have thought that
I
until
didn't think that was gonna be your example.
until I had a toe in my mouth, and then I was like, not bad. I'm
Yeah.
not like a send me a picture of the bottom of your feet guy,
Uh-huh.
but the toe in my mouth could have been, hey, send me a picture of the bottom of your feet. Enough of this. Enough of this.
Yeah, a toe in your mouth. A Joe in your mouth.
Is that what you call it?
You motherfuckers.
I have it.
You
I feel like I
motherfuckers.
have a, I have a
I
toe.
know. I get that. I get that.
Well, yeah, everybody's
Shut
lucky that
up,
you're not a
dude.
freak.
Yeah.
Everybody's
We were
lucky
talking
that you're
about
not a
this the other
deviant.
day, though, like I love some of my favorite videos online are Christian guys repenting for having sex with trans women.
I am delivered.
And I love it so much because they're always like, I just got addicted to the porn, and then I started doing it. And I do feel that way about blowjob videos because I feel like that I got addicted to watching blowjob videos, and then all of a sudden I was like, should I have a glory hole at my apartment? And it's like, no. But
It would be funny to be in a one bedroom with one bathroom, like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
like a studio, and there's just a whole like.
Yeah.
Somebody comes over, you have to hold up put up a picture so they don't know that
Yeah.
it's right there.
That's so
That would be
funny.
amazing if you put it in your bathroom door.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
then you're
that's
just
all
on the
nice.
other side with a stranger in your apartment.
I'm like, don't steal my shit.
Don't look
around.
and you're just looking through the hole, like, where is he?
Yeah.
You're also like, oh no, who could this be?
Part
The
of
guy
me-
you let in.
Part of me is like very excited to like have my lesbians move here and be like, okay, finally these like freaks don't know where I live anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because you
Sometimes
won't be able to just have whoever you want to your house at
Yeah.
any given
And
time.
Do you have a gun?
No, but I'm super respectful, so I'm like, I would never bring strange men over to the apartment that women live at. So like with my lesbian friends, so
Smart.
I will immediately go into travel mode when that happens. And so yeah, I'm
And
like,
then you make better decisions too that way.
yeah.
Yeah, because
You
if
know?
somebody goes, the amount of times I've turned down sex because they're 17 minutes away.
Oh yeah.
When you go, it's 10 o'clock
it-
and I'm in bed.
If it's 10 o'clock and it's not under 8 minutes, I'm not.
Yeah,
having it.
right. Exactly.
You guys live in a different world.
I mean, I've also been in times in my life where I've driven. One time I drove from
you've
West Palm to
driven.
Tampa.
Okay, yeah, that's
I
that's
also
I
spent,
feel like
like-
you're a horny freak.
I
Yeah.
am. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. I live in a house with him.
Have you guys ever seen Max?
Yo, my
Keeble's-
dog. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, we can tell this. This is funny.
Yo,
Bro.
Okay, I'm downstairs. I'm downstairs. Me and him are in the middle. Of a conversation, and my girlfriend calls me twice in a row, and then she goes, "Come up here right now."
And I could see the panic on his face
And
when
I was
he
like,
answered the phone.
I
was
thought
like,
something crazy happened. I thought
Yeah,
like
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
somebody died or like something I don't know what it could have happened. The dog was having a seizure. I don't know. I come into our room, dude, and there's this fucking like 7-inch pink dildo just sitting on top of our bed. And she goes, our dog Almond got into Matt's room and came into the room and dropped this 7-inch fucking dildo on our bed. And my girlfriend was like, my girlfriend's like an innocent Greek woman who's raised in the Greek
She has
church.
like a tiny little like mousey. I don't
Yeah,
mean that mean,
she's-
but she's like, ah.
Yeah, she's like, ah! I had to like grab it. I had to.
And I'm like sitting downstairs like on my phone and I hear, Matt, your pink dildo is on our bed. And I was like, it's clean. Everybody, it's clean. You don't have to burn your sheets.
my
2 questions.
I'm sure you still wash them.
Now we have to ask questions. Are you using this pink dildo on the girls that are coming over or on yourself?
That specific one,
Is that going to be
other
answered?
people.
Okay.
But I have stuff that I put in my own butt.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
What color is that one?
Purple. It's purple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
can't do the colors.
I don't. The
There's
colors
something-
aren't
well,
thought.
what do you- what are the
for
colors?
me?
Which on other
For me,
women?
it has to be
Yeah, of
like
course.
a man colors.
You
A
clean-
man color.
clean
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
you
colors.
have to
I'll go
clean
black.
them.
That's for like girlfriends,
That's it.
isn't it? you have dildos for,
This is fucking.
for hookups?
I use them very
Yeah,
rarely.
you're like a little sex
I
freak.
use them very rarely, but yeah, I have toys that I have used on other people, and yeah, of course you wash them. You don't just.
I know you wash them, but I'm like, I guess to me, I'm like, it's crazy. But I guess I never thought a straight man would have like, yeah, but I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
It's just so funny. Two cross-legged homosexuals being like, not straight. There's must be a different
Whatever.
word for it.
But
Who knows what I am? Okay.
hey, we're supporting you in any way that you have.
You don't
Yeah,
need you
whatever's
don't need
the
a
word.
you don't need a word, but it would be helpful for us to kind of.
Well, so
Describe you a bit.
there's a lot.
cute.
I
well,
actually prefer straight.
you know what it depends on who you ask, because I've asked different people, and the most common one is people just say pansexual. but whatever.
But I don't
But
think
then
that's accurate.
there's other people
unless you
who are
are
like,
into
well,
dudes.
if you are sleeping with women or people who identify as women and you're a man, then you're straight because they're women. But that's a loophole.
I
Yeah.
think to me, it's like one of those things that's like, I don't know, whatever, however you feel most comfortable identifying and having fun.
I just don't give a shit. There's no
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
in saying it really.
Stick it
But
in,
yeah.
pull it out. I don't care.
Yeah. So wait, what color? You said you don't like colors. Do you?
Clip that.
Colors.
Colors.
There's no-
Dildos.
Yeah.
We're talking about sex
Dildos,
toys.
yes.
Yeah, they have to be like matte black.
Oh, okay. I was
Matt,
about to say.
he's white.
Yeah.
'cause they,
I also
was,
don't like the
They have to be
weird
matte
flesh
white.
colored.
I was about to say, are you going like flesh colored?
Yeah.
Because like I've been in sex shops and been like, you can't if this goes anywhere near you, this is the gayest thing you've
The-
ever
the
done.
problem-
Rhinestones.
It's I mean
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like some of them are color, they have like
Yeah.
rhinestones, but some of them just look like an actual
You want-
like there's like a little bit of foreskin on them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's crazy.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
I know, give me
crazy.
full foreskin.
Yeah, they have them all.
on a fucking
I feel
silicone
bad.
toy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're already hard enough to clean. Now you gotta,
Yeah.
I've
you
mo-
gotta
I've-
get a Q-tip in there.
Yeah, I've molded my own penis before for
What does that
somebody.
mean?
Well, they
For
have
somebody.
they make these things called Clone-A-Willy.
Shut up.
So you like literally,
For
it's like a science
who?
experiment for this girl I know in Florida. This was a while ago, but yeah.
That's
so
so cool.
It's also
You-
on our merch, triplefpodcast.com.
That's so
Actually,
funny. We should do
can
that.
can we get that and we'll sell it as armored?
yeah.
I have to get a pretty significant cut if I'm gonna be
What's
producing
significant?
dildos.
What's
I don't know. It
significant?
depends. We got to talk numbers first. We got to talk about what you're selling them for. The molding kit itself costs like $60.
We'll
Were
pay
you,
for
like, really
that.
fucking this girl.
We'll pay
Huh?
for that.
We'll cover
You're
that.
really fucking this girl.
Yeah.
I mean, for her to be like, I'm gonna need a.
Yeah,
A
it was
dildo
one
over.
of the more flattering sexual experiences I've ever had of somebody being like, I want to clone your penis. Yeah.
Or I'm gonna need double your penis.
That's a good point. Somebody's like, I need another one to put in there while you're in there.
Yeah.
It's a whole process. You have to make sure the water is
Have you
90
seen it in real
degrees. It's what?
Have you seen it in real life?
Yeah. I mean, well, we made it. So you
It's like an
you-
arts and craft
you-
project.
You don't like send it in.
No. They give you it's a plastic tube that you cut to roughly the length of your hard dick, and then they have like a powder, and like it comes with a little thermometer because you have to make sure the water is 90 degrees perfectly. It's a science experiment, and you mix it. You pour it all in there, and then you put your dick in the mold, and then you have to stand there for like 3 minutes. In the mold. I have to say, for what it is, it's the least sexual experience
I'm
I've
obsessed
ever
with
had.
this.
And then
And then you
pull
add
it out-
baking soda and vinegar, so it's like a volcano.
Yeah. And then you mix another mold, which is like, and then you pour that mold in there. It comes with a little vibrator that you put in there, and then it hardens around the vibrator, and then there's a mold of your penis. Yeah.
That vibrates.
Yeah, it's a little twist top, and then it vibrates. Yeah.
Wow. Was this like your girlfriend or just a girl you're having sex with?
It was like a long-term friends with
Wait, does it
benefits
do the
kind of-
balls
She's a
too?
mama deal.
No balls.
Do you like the balls on the
You need
dildos?
the balls on the
We love the
dildo?
balls.
No, but if it's a dick, then I'm gonna want the
I
balls
know.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
You
It's
know,
all shaft and
Do they
head,
ever put
this thing.
pubes on those things?
maybe I have not.
That'd be
seen
funny.
That. Yeah.
It'd be funny to get like a flesh cone and then just orange pubes. Like just my
Like a
pubes.
Velcro thing at the
Yeah,
the top to
you
just
can
be able to
customize your own pubes. I've
Actually, I think
instead of molding my own dick, I just trim my pubes and throw them on
That's so
a thing.
funny.
I've seen
just
attachment to
slip
the
off in there.
strap-ons, and they have like different like belts and like attachments to the strap-on. You can put like the thing it kind of looks like is troll hair. It's kind of what I'm imagining.
Like the like the troll
yeah,
dolls.
yeah,
like,
It's like
I
what
don't
is it
get it.
called? There's a name for wigs for pubes. Fuck.
There
God
is?
damn it. Yeah.
Yes.
One of Stephanie used to always joke about them. God damn it.
Because whores in the old ages used to wear it.
Oh
to-
really?
To protect themselves from getting
what are they called?
crabs.
No way.
Yeah.
What's everybody?
Oh, so it's like there's a purpose.
It's like a pube.
It's like
condom.
it's a pube
Oh,
condom.
a,
right?
a,
Condom,
merc,
yeah.
a merkin, which is
Oh,
hilarious.
yes, yeah.
What are they called?
It's a merkin. It's a pubic wig.
Can I see it? Do they have
I
images?
mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
I
just
just-
it's literally just that.
Yeah, what's everybody's?
Oh,
pube
that's
situation?
crazy.
Are you fully clean?
Well, I don't like the word clean,
Clean, yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
definitely not shaven with a bic.
Yeah.
But I actually one time got laser hair removal for like 10 sessions, and it all came back still.
Oh.
So
Damn.
I'm a guard. I put a 1 on there.
I go 1.5, but yeah, that's also
Mhm.
just once every 2 months when I go. This is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Go, yeah.
Mine's
I use
not-
a beard trimmer
know
and I
what?
don't change it out, and I never know if that's gross.
Is that bad?
Hey,
No,
I don't know.
think it's
Well,
gross.
the
I
amount
do
of farting.
Josh, I'm disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it too.
Well, I did this thing the other day too.
It's
Where,
my fucking face and it's my fucking dick.
yeah, it's also
Yeah.
like I'm not doing it. It's not like I'm fucking sautéing them. I do it after a shower or whatever.
It's not like you're pissing on it.
Yeah, it's
Or
not like I'm
whatever.
rubbing
Piss is
shit.
sterile.
No, but you are farting in your.
Yeah,
lot.
well, I'm doing it after a shower. I
Okay.
have a weird thing. I don't. I shave after a shower and I manscape after a shower. I don't know if that's.
No,
I don't like doing it before.
I like doing it before because then if the hair gets anywhere, I can wash it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I.
You're not just you
This
have
is like
no idea.
trauma.
You're just covered with.
Yeah, it's like some weird
This is like
trauma.
trauma.
How often do you? Because I only shave my pubes when I feel like it's making my dick look smaller.
Same.
Do you know what I'm talking about? When it's
Yeah,
starting
dude,
to
you
take
look like, it
away
looks like
from the
Godzilla
height.
once you fucking if you trim it and all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah.
look who
No
this
problem.
is, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, look, did the
I'm
groundhog
just-
see a shadow?
I'm
Jesus,
just-
we got 5
I'm
more
mowing the
weeks.
grass to make the trees look taller.
Yeah,
That's
of
all.
course.
Yeah.
I don't clean shave ever anymore though.
No,
Because
not
that's
clean.
it's crazy to actually clean shave.
I
now.
think so too.
Yeah.
I think if you're a grown man,
Anymore.
I used to do it. Yeah, when I was like 18, 19, I used to do that. When
that's
I first,
crazy.
The
You-
first time
I
I,
did it
ever tried to
once.
trim my pubes, I accidentally went too short, and I like ended up having to just like take the whole thing off.
yeah.
And it was also
feels
like the
weird.
first day that I got a hand job. I was in 9th grade. I remember taking out my fucking bald penis, and she was so disgusted.
Really?
She was like,
She
okay.
doesn't look like my
Yeah,
dad.
she was like, it's like jerking off a child.
I have
No
to
one
tell
That's
you,
what- that's
yeah.
what
I
it
know
is.
she was in 9th grade. This woman was a slut. If you already have a take on pubes when you're in 9th grade jerking somebody off, you're a slut.
Also, how
No.
humiliating as a
Yeah,
9th grader to the first time
no.
somebody sees your penis, she starts laughing.
No, she didn't. She kind of
Oh.
rolled her eyes though.
Oh, okay. Because that would
I
would
do feel that
traumatize-
way though. Like I feel like if a guy is full, like it's
I had a
weird.
girl.
That's
This is
weird.
I had a girl who told me that I had the second biggest penis she's ever been with, and then she had been with one guy her whole life. So she like
So, yeah,
Sounds like
So
you were-
it was
Feeling
the
that.
smallest penis she's ever said.
Yeah,
It's like-
she
in the nicest way she said that.
That was like a politician move on her
yes, it
part.
was. She was like, "No, it's fine. I used to date the state champion wrestler who's a black guy, and now
You're the second
You're the
biggest,
second
but you're
biggest.
the only you're only the second guy
but
she
you're
ever
also
fucked.
last.
You know, this
yeah."
This reminds me of we have a mutual friend, Ryan, and he has a great story about one time he was about to go have sex with a woman. They got into an elevator, and she goes, "You're about to be the shortest guy I've ever fucked."
Okay,
Jesus,
bye
Josh,
Colton.
Bye
Thank
Colton.
you for
Colton's got to
coming.
take off.
I gotta go
Um,
get STD
oh.
test.
Oh,
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, they can only do me today.
Damn.
you should get them sent to your house, dude. It's so easy. I have one at home waiting for me. I'll send you the link. Yeah, I got you. Anyways, it's
That's
so nice as
funny.
an adult to get a box shipped to your house every 3 months and you just do the couple things
Do you
there.
have to like drop your blood in there, piss in
Yeah,
it?
well,
and-
they just give they give you a little like diabetes like prick
Yeah.
thing, and then you drop it on these little things so
Yeah.
they test the
you
blood.
know
You
what, though?
pee.
I like to go to the queer clinics because they get you in, they prick your finger, and within 15 minutes they look at you and they go, "HIV negative." You go, let's go. Let's
Oh,
go."
see,
I go,
that's
"Let's fucking
nice.
go."
Yo,
Are you
I
not
read
on
down the-
prep?
Have you ever had a scare?
No.
Have you ever had a scare?
What? I have a
What?
question.
Have you ever had a scare? Oh,
No.
sorry.
So a couple.
Why are you not on? Yeah. Okay.
I'll tell you
just-
why. It's
Yes.
very
Give
easy.
me all the.
I have never bottomed,
Okay.
Okay.
and I only top. And within the last couple years, like I haven't had anal. It's just, but like long time. It's crazy to say, but it's like mostly a lot of like jerking off and oral for the last like year. But that's kind of
Back into
and-
high school again.
yeah. First time in high school, but yeah, no, it's very hard to get HIV from topping, and also I always wear condoms. So
Oh,
when I
okay.
do-
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Because I guess your asshole's ripping when you're.
and I asked
bottom.
the lady, because Colton was like, "Oh, you can get it from like oral," and I was like, "Can you get HIV from sucking dick?" And she goes, "Listen, their dick would have to be like covered in blood, and your throat would have to be like cut open, covered in blood." And I looked at her and I go, "And at that point, what are we doing?"
At that point, give me it.
We were dying laughing. Yeah, but I'm
That's
like,
so funny.
I'm just not active in that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you
Well,
ever
that's-
have? Do you ever do bits when you're out in public like that? And
Wait.
like, have you like doing like? Did you actually say that to her?
Oh, 100%.
Hilarious.
Are you kidding me? I'm a nightmare. Every restaurant.
Yeah,
I go to,
yeah.
The waitress comes over. I'm like, you're gonna love this. It's full on craziness. Like,
Yeah.
I love when like service workers like me. That's
Yeah.
all I care about. If I'm at the hospital, it's like nurse. It's like, yeah, I love.
I
it.
really like winning a waitress over, whether
Oh.
it's like a sexual, like there have been times where it's like a cute waitress and I'm trying to be, but like
It's
I
even when it's not
love,
sexual. When
I-
it's like you.
yeah,
You're like, yeah.
I just
Yeah,
want
yeah,
the,
yeah.
I
I'm
want the
crushing it right
server to
now.
be on my side so bad,
Yeah.
because then if anything goes wrong or the food, whatever, you're in.
Well, they say like going out and doing all these different like running your errands, everything's online now. It like makes you happier or whatever. I really do feel happier walking around, going to all my little places. Like I know all of the people who work at the grocery store I work at. I walk in, I'm like, how's this? You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I really do.
How was your son's soccer game?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
baby. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, it's a black lady, and
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
great, and that's okay. We're
Yeah.
going to be friends with whoever we want now.
yeah, yeah. Look, we had you on the podcast.
Yeah. absolutely.
Hey,
dude.
that's great.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I like doing. I've told him this story so many times. I do bits a lot out in public, and it's a problem.
He'll like, but so he'll do bits like
I workshop bits.
bits that are like he does this bit if we're out in public and there's like a girl around, he'll act like he doesn't remember her name over and over and
Hilarious.
over, which it is pretty funny
I don't
because
like
he has
ladies.
zero interest in being around this woman, and I get it, and like it is funny, but he will also like he said, like he will do bits that he wrote like at a dinner and be like,
Wait, let me clarify.
I'm gonna see
So,
if this
I'm a
this
psycho.
maybe might have some legs.
Sam.
I see. I'm not that
I don't
way.
do that really, but there are times where I'm like, I know a couple of lines that I'll throw in and out.
Yeah,
and be like,
yeah.
Let's just get a crowd reaction of
Yeah,
like, what's
let's-
going on.
Okay.
If this
It's a
good-
home run.
And you know what? You know what's even more sick? I have conversational bits.
Oh
Like,
no.
I have, like, not stand up. I have like my stand up jokes, and then I have my real world jokes.
You
Wow.
go when I'm out
Well-
and about.
My little things that I'll play.
Well, you're a server too, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you have a lot of the same conversations a lot.
Yeah.
So you've worked in like I've got these bits that I use.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. But then, wait, what was the second part you just said?
Oh, do you ever
about
bomb with them?
that? Oh no.
I've had.
He
I want to tell this story.
Oh, wait, before you say this,
no, you're
but
good.
I understand. Now that I have more male friends, they do a lot of the times, and I hate to say this because I love women, but like they really do bring around some like dog shit women to be around. And people have-
Yeah.
they do, and women
Yeah.
do it too. But like women are better about being like, we're just doing the girls, and don't bring your boyfriends.
Yeah.
And guys will bring their girlfriends, and it's
Yeah, it's-
then you're in, whatever. And so
Yeah.
I'll also do bits like that where it's like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and, like,
I'm very
and also
clear.
let my friend know, like, hey, like this is, I know you. This isn't you. You know what I mean? You don't bring bad girls around.
There
like
have been
this.
multiple times where me and Josh are out in pub, not like a lot, because
Well, I'm sure
I
you bring some nightmares around.
I have before.
Not that often, actually.
I really don't. I genuinely really don't like hanging out with women like that. Like, like if I bring a girl, it's somebody that I'm
Only
like,
the fellas.
Boys
I'm
only.
I'm down bad for this chick, or she's like legitimately the homie.
Yeah.
Like for the most part,
Yeah.
like it's one of those two. But there have been times where we're out in public, maybe after a show or whatever, and women end up in the vicinity, in the group, but I'm not interested. Josh is obviously not interested, and we are just being straight up mean to these ladies. And that's one of the best experiences that you can have with one of your buddies.
Yeah, it's being
You
rude.
need
is
to
just being
anybody.
rude. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's nice.
we had that. I hate to do a story that we've already told, but we had this lady after a show. Was it in was it Dallas or Fort Worth when that girl was smoking a cigarette right next to us at the table, and then I was just like, she's like this rich lady that's like kind of pretty, but like whatever. She's older,
There's like a very good looking 40-year-old woman who's obviously like
wanting
wine
attention.
drunk, like trashed. Wants it has the Gucci belt
You're
on.
tall.
Huge.
Yeah,
huge
yeah,
block on-
yeah.
Oh wow.
Huge
Yeah.
ring, trying to be like that,
Yeah.
and then she was just annoying. So I
She's
just
like
was
being neggy. Like she's like, you guys have a lighter? And we're like, no. And she's like, "Pff, okay. And then she gets one and she's like blowing Camel Crush smoke all over us. It's just
Yeah.
like a nightmare.
And then I just turned to her and I was like, hey, quick question. She was like, yeah. And I was like, what's your fucking problem?
It was so good.
God. How did she respond to that?
She got up and left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Which is always my favorite. My favorite thing is always going, hey, quick question. And somebody turns, I go, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
It works 100% of the
It
time.
is crazy how many people feel comfortable being disrespectful in public.
Yeah.
It's insane
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
No, And I like to call people out on it. We had not to do. Now we're just gonna do we're gonna do Josh's greatest hits. We were in New Orleans once, and this guy we were.
Dude, this was unhinged.
There's this
was
really
nuts.
drunk guy who was walking through the crowd of. We were getting beignets at Cafe Dumont. If you've ever been, it's like a big
beignets.
spot. It's everybody goes there. It's a touristy spot. And there was a Florida versus LSU game. It was FSU or whatever. Doesn't matter. It was a football game, big football game, big rivals. And so there was tons of people who drove in from Florida, and we also happened to have been driving in from Florida that day. And this guy had this giant painting, which is the biggest piece of white trash, fucking dog shit excuse for painting I've ever seen.
It's
2 football helmets.
It's a oil paint. It's like an oil painting of like 2 football guys like about to square up.
It's the opposite teams, and they're
weekend.
clashing in the middle with like a lightning bolt.
It's
the biggest piece of shit fake art I've ever seen in my life.
It's the biggest man cave art you've ever seen.
And this guy is going through people who are having dinner. This guy's walking through this crowded cafe, smacking people with this painting, going, "Sorry, my big package hit you on the back." Like just doing this stupid bit.
But at this point, what I would like to say, this guy is like a solid 50 yards away. And Josh clocks him from like far away. And I think you even said something. You're like, if he comes near us, it's going to be a fucking problem.
And then sure enough,
oh boy.
he comes over and he just starts hitting it on Matt's back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't even remember what happened.
You immediately, I mean, it was 0 to 100 because he had all the 0 to 99 had already happened before that guy was even anywhere close.
I was getting angrier and angrier.
And then
you
you immediately were like, "Hey, don't fucking touch him."
Yeah, and then I started getting into I started getting into the white trash argument at like 12 p.m. Just everybody's still in. I mean, we're out for breakfast, and I'm like,
the sun is out.
I'm screaming at this guy. I'm like, "You fucking piece of shit, white trash,
yeah,
fucking
and
idiot!"
then
he starts
that guy's like, "What's your fucking problem, you fucking faggot?"
Yeah, he starts screaming.
Which I will say, obviously, you've heard us use that word. We were talking about this yesterday. You can't use it in an argument because you immediately lose. Because most people go, the guy calling somebody a faggot is the bad guy. That's a bad word. You can't say it.
Yeah, but also I really assume that like straight men just say it like every single day. I'm like, I feel like they do.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
bad guy. I'm like,
but I don't mean it like it's that whole thing.
Oh,
whatever.
for sure.
But so he starts calling us that, and then I go, "Get the fuck out of here, you fucking tourist!"
That's good.
And I'm there on. I'm
we
there
had
on a
literally
tour.
just gotten there from the same state that guy was there from.
Yeah.
And he called him a tourist. That's the rage. That's the level of rage that you can get to.
Yeah, I do. I bomb a lot in public though. Like I want to.
Do you start fights like that? Because I mean, like,
Yes.
I've never
He's done it
not
multiple
really.
times. It's always verbal.
Yeah, never.
Okay, but I'm so afraid of getting into a verbal fight with a man because then what if they want to actually fist fight? Like,
Well, then I have 4 of my friends around.
Yeah.
I have little. This is the thing. I have little brother energy, where it's like, I might not be able to beat you up, but you know who will? Jack O'Sullivan, our Navy SEAL friend from Boston who grew up boxing.
I actually
Yeah.
feel like he would beat someone up for me as well.
Yeah, he
would.
would.
He
Yeah,
would
you just have to
100%.
have a bodyguard around.
Yeah.
I'll run my mouth to levels where I shouldn't feel comfortable. Like I've started.
I'm a runner.
Here's the thing.
I don't want to
to
fight.
just
I've
go-
never been in an actual fight.
I'll run away from friends. I'll leave people.
I used to have this thought where I thought that I could beat everybody up. This is like even like 2 years ago. I was like, I'll fight. I don't give a shit. I'll fight people. And then I got exposed to jiu-jitsu and got my fucking ass tapped in like 10 seconds by his
Yeah.
brother. And I was like, oh, I can't fight
How
people.
old's your brother?
23.
That's cool.
Shout out Evan.
Yeah. You would like my brother. You would like my
Hi,
brother.
Evan.
He's like,
Hi, Evan.
He's
I'm
like-
I like his brother. You know what I
He's
mean?
I'm on keto.
he's a super built, like young, like kind of fratty looking guy.
So now I'm like, so now I'm just kind of like, well, it's just a numbers game. If I look at them and I go, there's 5 of them, there's 4 of us, I won't say anything. But if there's like 2 of them, 4 of us, I'm like, I'll run my mouth. I'll be sassy.
Not me. I like don't get into fights and I avoid it at all costs.
Well, here's the thing. You haven't been in a fight, but you've done crazier things than I've ever. The road rage incident when we first moved out here, some guy, dude.
we were here looking for houses, and some guy was behind me, and I like drifted over into his lane to get in front of him. Totally didn't cut him off. We were going like 10 miles an hour coming towards a red light, and he honked at me like really. It wasn't just like a hey, it was like a huh. So when that light turned green, I sat. And I just sat, and then he went to go around me, and then I went and I got in front of him, and I was like swerving in front of him, like all over the place. And then he finally got around, and he was not happy. He was very upset.
He was
And
going like this
he
at us.
kept going like this, and then he
I
was
gonna
going.
say, people have guns here.
He was going pull over, and he was going like this, and then eventually, and then I got really scared.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I do shit like that in the car all the time.
And that's the worst place to do it because dudes in cars are the scariest people to fuck with.
Debatably,
they
though,
have
because I'm
guns.
also in a car that I can drive away in. Whereas if I get in an argument with somebody right here and they go, "Oh yeah," like you know
Good
what
point,
I mean?
Good point. Good point.
That's I feel like I'm safer in a car.
For sure, but I also am like, whenever I get mad like that, I'm always like, your dad is so bad right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, my dad's so delusional. So my dad has like this giant, because he's a white guy that was in. Oh, okay. We can
That's
be
fine.
fucking. So my dad is my dad's like a huge. I mean, he was in the Marines. He's a white guy from Iowa. Of course, he has the giant Marine Corps sticker on the back of his fucking window.
Yeah.
And it on his back of his truck window. And the amount of times that he's gotten into altercations with people, and then they'll just like drive off because they're just like, I'm not gonna fight somebody. He'll go, think they got scared. They
Yeah.
saw the Marine sticker. I'm like, you're 65. You're gonna get fucked
Yeah,
up,
they don't
dude.
care that you used to be a Marine. dude. They're gonna
Nobody thinks
stomp
that's
you,
that
dog.
cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nobody's like that's. It's just funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you guys.
Thank you for coming. Thank
yes,
you,
thank you,
Colton,
thank you,
as well.
thank you, Dylan and
Check out
Colton.
Some of
Check
This
out
Is
Some of
Bad.
This Is Bad. Also, make sure you guys look at our new sketches. It's Good Girl Studios over on YouTube. Subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/FFpod. We have an extra episode each week, allegedly, and we don't.
Sorry.
And we're gonna start again, though. Don't worry. And yeah, if you have anything, I don't know if you have anything to
You can
plug.
follow me at Dylan P. Carlino.
Dylan P.
I need
Carlino.
to change it, but it's like Dylan Carlino won't give me it.
Really?
What about Dylan Carlino comedy?
Yeah, Dylan Carlino comedies.
I know you
Probably
don't want to
better.
do it, but
You know, I said that to someone and they go, "What are you, a black comedian?"
no.
You're talking to
That-
Josh
If you-
Francis comedian.
If you went by
Comedy
that
right now.
on stage, but my thought on, and we're done.
We're
But
done,
like
yeah.
my thought on it is like if somebody goes, I saw that guy Matt, and then they